justice, no peace. No 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 justice, no peace.
As you can see, this is some settlers working illegally on Palestinian land in the region of Susia. This is not their land. They do not have documents for this land. They've erected fencing and piping.
Go out. Go out.
Do not touch me.
Go out.
Touch me. This is
go out.
Land.
Go out.
Your land.
Go out. This is not your land. Please do not hurt me.
Man.
Go, Nazi. Go to Germany. We're not. Nazi in Germany.
Come to my house. You know me. Yeah, you don't know me, right? So go.
No.
You want to protect Palestinian land.
But don't take my pictures.
How do you want to protect Palestinian land? How is this protecting Palestinian land? You are stealing it. You're stealing their water resources. You're preventing Palestinian farmers. Yes. You
can see my land is here. Your land in Europe or in America, not here. You are here, you come to steal our land here. You told me this is land for the settlement. You go and look for all the documents for our land here.
I'm a witness. I know the Arabs. The Arabs are very good. No problem till the Zionist movement start. My grandmother told me before the Zionist movement start, they babysitting each other, the kids. They bar off each other like brothers, like brothers. If the Zionists take away the land from the Palestinians, from the Arabs, they're starting the whole fighting. Not Arabs the problem, not Jews the problem, not Judaism, not Muslim, only Zionism.
Today is all about standing up for the oppressed, giving a voice to the voiceless. We can't expect the superpower America to do that. The President of the United States would rather stand shoulder to shoulder with the oppressor than with the oppressed. But we are the new superpower. We are the people power. And when the people start to lead, the leaders will have to follow or they will become irrelevant.
Well, block the UN from delivering food. They bring in the troops and you won't even glimpse at the news. They make money off the reviews. Forget emotions, this is facts. What I spit is the truth. Makes no difference if you're a Christian or if you're a Jew. They're just people living in different conditions to you. They still die when you bomb their schools, mosques and hospitals. It's not because you want me to use God and you stop me soon. I'm not related to the strangers on the TV, but I relate because those strangers could have been me.
And to the Arab League who are meeting today, enjoy your food, brothers. Enjoy your iftar this evening, the Arab League. Make your pointless gestures, but I'll tell you what we want to see. We want to see Lebanon, we want to see Jordan, we want to see Egypt go to the borders and stop this now. Liberate Al-Quds, march to Al-Quds, liberate Gaza, fight for Gaza. We will not let you go down alone, Gaza. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Allahu Akbar.
We have a duty and a responsibility, especially in this country, which is the author of the tragedy of Palestine. I work every day, have done for 20 years, in the building where the great crime was first committed, when Balfour, on behalf of one people, promised a second people the land belonging to a third people. And we hear lots of people apologizing around the world. When will Britain apologize for the Balfour Declaration, which has led to nearly a century of suffering for the Palestinian people?
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm here on behalf of Independent Jewish Voices Canada, which is a group of Canadian Jews. We have chapters all across the country. And we have organized around the principle that we do not agree with the position of the Canadian Jewish Congress or the B'nai B'rith or the Stephen Harper government, which gives unthinking, unblinking support to the thuggish government of Israel. We are independent Jewish voices, and we oppose the occupation of Palestinian territory, including the Gaza Strip. We are most shocked and saddened by the blockade of Gaza. Shocked and saddened hardly begins to cover how I feel personally about the recent tactics of the Israeli government vis-à-vis the government of Greece. It seems to me that the Israelis are taking advantage of a very bad global economic situation and applying a mixture of threats and bribes to the Greek government in exchange for its preventing the boats of the Freedom Flotilla to leave their ports in Greece. I think this would account to some extent for Stephen Harper's unthinking support, because he also is a bully.
To some extent, and just say there's really no justification whatsoever for an Israeli blockade of Gaza. There's just absolutely none whatsoever. There's over 150 million absolutely innocent people who live in Gaza. Most of them live there only because their homes and their villages were taken from them and destroyed in 1947 and 1948. They fled, and the place they ended up was Gaza.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Today, to address an issue which is of crucial significance in our time and age. This is an issue that affects us as Canadians, and it affects us as Muslims, Jews, Christians, atheists, Sabians, whatever your religion may be. It is an issue which is in our face 24/7. It is an issue on which everyone has an opinion. Someone once famously said that we have nothing to fear but fear itself. And my friends, fear is a product of ignorance. Because when you don't know, you fear. And when you know, you do not fear. So in this day and age, with so much information coming our way, knowledge is power. And that is the challenge that each of us faces in this day and age. We are here today to address the issue of the Zionist regime and its many crimes, not just physical crimes, not just crimes that you can see or crimes that you can feel, but we are here to address the crimes that are more subtle than that include an obfuscation of ideology, that include a misrepresentation of facts and history, that include a spreading of ideas that bring people into conflict, that include the exclusion of peace, that exclude us treating each other as human beings, not as Muslim, not as Jew, not as Christian, not as atheist, but human beings. Because my friends, above all, we are human beings, and we share that common bond of sentience that no other living thing on this planet shares with us. The reality, my friends, is that Israel was founded on the expulsion of 800,000 people from their ancestral homes. It has no constitution, It has no borders. This, my friends, is a state that has no defined borders, because the proponents of it have openly declared that they want to keep the borders fluid and take whatever they can, whenever they can, as they can, and if they can. It has openly declared its intention to expel, subjugate, and terrorize the people of Palestine. It has, as part of what we would call a constitution, what is called basic rights. But Israeli basic rights are for Jews only. Arabs, the few remaining, who could not be expelled by way of rape, by way of torture, by way of summary execution. Those that somehow stayed, and when the eyes of the world were too focused upon the Zionist regime for it to continue its horrific expulsion and ethnic cleansing, those that remained behind were given some semblance of acceptance, some semblance of representation. But the reality is that they are treated as second-class citizens, and they are openly told by many mainstream elements, political elements within the Zionist regime, that we intend to get rid of you. You are a problem, and the solution is your leaving your own land. At this juncture, my friends, it is very important that we point out a very significant difference between Jews and Zionists. The reality is, millions of Jews around the world who are saying, people like Noam Chomsky, people like Norman Finkelstein, other people in academia, people like Dr. Goldstone, who wrote the report, the UN report on the Gaza massacre in 2008. My friends, this is not an issue of Jew against Muslim. This is not an issue of Christian against Muslim or Jew. This is not an issue of one culture pitted against another. This is an issue of basic common decency and human rights that we all deserve. In fact, when Albert Einstein was offered the presidency of the newly formed State of Israel in 1947, he famously said that Zionism is antithetical to Judaism. And I paraphrase, but he said that Zionism would ultimately destroy Judaism. My friends, the issue of Israel is crucial to the Middle East. We have within the United States an infamous lobby headed by AIPAC that basically subdues and suppresses any kind of expression of opinion that is seen as diverging from the mainstream opinion when it comes to the Middle East. We have the truth on our side, and we will fight for the future of Canada, and we will fight for the future of all free peoples around the world. We will fight for the future of everybody that is oppressed, and specifically, we will fight for the downtrodden people of Palestine who are suffering at the hands of Israel.
Free, free Palestine, free, free Palestine, free, free Palestine, free, free Palestine, free,